When I was a child, my mom had painted a mural on my wall in my childhood bedroom. And it was very much like a fairy tale. I remember a rainbow and I remember a tree. Now, as adults, having childlike expectations of men and love and relationships, or of someone, some rescuer, just of anything in life in general that's not rock hard truth and isn't just our own resilience and self-reliance, it seems like we should push away all the fairy tales and poo-poo it now. But the thing is, we still need the fairy tales. And the fairy tales might seem like they were harmful, but they're actually healing as well. I've learned this from doing tons of inner child work and parts work with my clients and with myself, that the little girl in us and the many versions of the hurt, wounded little girl in us, who's in all different situations where she got left behind and she's still waiting to be rescued, she needs to be a little girl in the first place. Some of us never really got to be a little girl. And being a little girl and having the delights and the sweets or the playroom, the gifts, bows, or the toys, the little dresses, like that delight and innocence and carelessness, some of us never had that. Some of us came into the world stressed out. We deserve that. And just because it's not realistic to find it in the world or find it in our partners or find it in our friendships even, doesn't mean that the inner child in us doesn't still need it and that it's not a part of our healing. It's like whether or not the guide that promises to take her to her destination through this journey through the woods was a safe guide, or she just trusted them, whether or not the story turns out to be true, we all need that. We all need to be taken from some boring life that we're in with our innocence and our childlikeness and guided on this journey and brought to the steps of the golden palace of our higher self, which is our fairy godmother, and led into that place where all the delights are, where we're nurtured, where we receive the self-esteem, where we receive all the things we never had, all the pieces of our self-development that are missing. And I am that guide. That is what I do in my coaching. I'm not the guide who tricks you and takes you somewhere sinister or the woods are dangerous. I'm the guide that holds that passage. I am the guide that takes you from where you are now to who you actually are. And we all need that. We all need those archetypes. We all need a knight in shining armor. We all need to be rescued. We all need a fairy godmother. We all need to be innocent young girls. And there are parts of us that are still waiting for us to show up, or for that archetype to show up. And we can do that now. You know your higher self. Your higher self knows you. Your true self, your real self, doesn't doubt. She doesn't have anxiety. She doesn't second guess herself. She doesn't stand up for herself and then collapse. If you want to learn more about my coaching, DM me, Fairy Godmother.